Chances are you're watching this on Windows or macOS. But what makes Linux special is freedom. You are in control of what happens, when it happens, and how it happens. Over the past few years, Linux has evolved from a hobbyist project into a dominant force in the server market, and with the release of the Steam Deck, a serious player in gaming. But today, we're talking about desktop Linux and why it's better than Windows or macOS in so many ways. Let us begin. Let's start with customization. As we said earlier, what makes Linux special is freedom. You can make Linux look like anything. Need proof? Check out my other videos. If you're coming from Windows and feel like Linux is unfamiliar, you can make it look like Windows. But here's a tip. Don't get stuck replicating the bad design of Windows. Embrace Linux for what it can do. Want a dock instead of a taskbar? Check. Want faster animations? Check. Want to change your entire system theme? Also check. If you get bored, no problem. Linux offers endless choices. And here's a quick breakdown. Linux is a kernel and there are over 600 Linux distros. And each distro uses a desktop environment. And there are 30 to 40 active desktop environments, each with its own themes and icons, all customizable. And we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg. We're just floating up in the air. Now let's talk about simplicity. But you might think, but you have to configure everything wrong. Ever heard the phrase, with great power comes great responsibility? Linux does it right. Windows and macOS on the other hand are more like, with no power, we give you great responsibility. Let's compare installing GIMP, a popular Photoshop alternative. On Windows, you have to search for GIMP online, avoiding scam sites. And then you find the official website, you navigate to the download page, you download the installer, you wait for it to finish, you run the installer, you go through multiple setup steps, and then you delete the installer. On Linux, you open the software center, search for GIMP, and click install. That's it. 3 steps versus 8 steps. And macOS also has a software, sure, but almost 60% of the apps there are paid. On Linux, paid isn't even in the dictionary. Every app in the software center is free and often open source. Only a few proprietary tools like DaVinci Resolve require payment. Now that you know why Linux is better, check out this video to see what it can look like. Oh, and one more thing.